That was Bowman, wasn't it? But who was that woman with him?
Doctor, will my daughter be okay?
Could I speak with you privately for a moment, madam? I'm going to be honest with you. She's in a very precarious situation right now. She's in remission for the time being, but I can't say she's making much progress towards eradicating the disease from her body. In fact, it's slowly getting worse.
Oh no. Isn't there anything we can do? If money's the problem, I can pay you whatever you want, no matter how many years it takes.
I apologize, madam, but this is beyond my abilities.
Oh, Eleanor, my Eleanor.
Yo, Claude. So you're here, huh?
Did something happen, Bowman?
I was headed to a bar when I ran into this beautiful lady along the way. She told me about how her child was suffering from this illness. I decided to take a look at her to see if I could do anything about it.
Oh, now I get it.
But I'm at a total loss. I couldn't even give her a diagnosis.
Come on, Bunny!
Come on, Bunny! Come on, Bunny! I've got it! I finally got it!
What is it, Bowman? What are you shouting for?
Oh, sorry. Forgot I'm in a library. Anyway, I finally found a reference to the disease that little girl is suffering from.
Really? The IRO's disease pathogen works itself into the carrier's body system, slowly eating its way in. There are virtually no recorded cases of patients making a full recovery from the disease. But there are several reports of a legendary herb known as Matorx possibly proving to be an effective treatment.
What kind of herb could this Matorx be? Or is it an herb at all? I still don't have much to go on, but at the very least, this is something that we can try. All we have to do is find some of that Matorx and we could potentially be in business.
Matorx?
That's not all either. Nobody knows today where this legendary Matorx grows anymore. The old folklore gives us only one lead to go on. It says that the herb can be found on a mountain where the phoenix's breath flows.
A mountain where the phoenix's breath flows?
I don't know exactly which mountain that would be, but at the very least, we know that the Matorx is on a mountain somewhere.
Bowman! Where are you going?
What do you think? I'm off to look for some Matorx.
What? But you don't even know what mountain it could be growing on.
I can't just let my patient suffer by herself. I don't care how slim the chances are. If there's a way to help the sick, then it's a doctor's duty to risk his life for it.
In that case, why don't you let us go with you then?
What? But you aren't even...
It'll go a lot faster if we all look for it together, wouldn't it? I'm sure everyone's up for it.
Thanks.
Come on, Bunny! Come on, Bunny!
Come on, Bunny!
Come on, Bunny!
Come on, Bunny!
Come on, Bunny!
Come on, Bunny!
This is it. We got it.
Great work, Claude. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's get this back to Harley immediately.
You got it, Bowman.
Come on, Bunny! Let's go, Claude.
I'm ready, Bowman.
Madam, how's your daughter doing?
It's an emergency, Doctor. She just collapsed. All of a sudden. Please, Doctor, help my daughter. Help my Eleanor.
What? She's in a coma. So it's already advanced this far. This medicine made from Matorx will help her out.
But what?
It all depends on whether this girl has enough strength left for it.
What? How can this be?
In her current state, it's a coin flip for her life. Eye rose disease spreads through the body pretty slowly. She could probably survive for another year like this.
Another year?
But with that frail body of hers, if the girl's too weak to withstand the effects of the medicine, then it could be enough to kill her as soon as tomorrow. And of course, if we don't apply the medicine as soon as possible, her chances of surviving will only get worse and worse.
I think it's up to you to decide on this, ma'am. Do you want your daughter to live a life in confinement for the next year? Or do you want to make that one big bet on the future?
Oh. How am I supposed to make that decision?
I understand completely. It's your daughter's life that hangs in the balance. How about you decide for her, Claude?
Oh, but...
I know what you're gonna say, but what if this girl dies because of a decision her mother made? Do you think her heart is strong enough to sustain that blow? The responsibility needs to lie on someone else's shoulders.
I understand. I think we should bet on it. She deserves the chance of a full recovery instead of being sentenced to a slow and painful end. I don't want to see this girl just wither away helplessly in bed for the next year. Her life's only just begun.
Gotta agree with you there. Is that okay with you, madam?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Good. As the doctor in the house, I'll take over from here.
Huh? But...
A person's life is far, far more precious than you could possibly imagine. It's too much to ask for either one of you to shoulder it by yourself.
Bowman! How'd it go?
We'll just have to see how well the girl handles it. Call it strength, call it persistence, call it whatever you will. Everything depends on how much desire she has to live.
We'll just have to believe in her. So what are you going to do now, Bowman?
I'm going to stay by her side a little longer.
Okay, the patient's yours, Doc. Huh? Is that you, Bowman?
Claude! What are you doing here?
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Well, you know, I was just worried about the beautiful lady that lives here.
Yeah, right, Bowman. You're worried about Eleanor, aren't you?
Yeah, that too. You see that, Claude?
She made it!
Oh, it's you two. Thank you so much for everything. Thanks to you, my daughter's back to her normal self again.
I've never felt so relieved in my entire life.
Doesn't it feel great? This is why I can't stop working in this field.
Are these the doctors you were telling me about, Mom?
That's right, Eleanor. They're the people who saved your life. Now, what do you say?
Yes, Mom. I know. Thank you, mister. Thank you, old man.
Oh, you don't have to thank me.
Old man?
I'm so glad you came to visit. I was just thinking that I had to thank you in some way or another.
Hey, Mom, is it all right if I go outside?
No, Eleanor. We've got two very important guests here.
Oh, but I promised Patty and everything.
She'll just have to wait. I'll explain everything to her afterwards.
Okay, Mom.
Don't worry about us, ma'am. It's okay. You can go ahead and play with Patty if you like.
Really, mister?
She's expecting you, isn't she? You don't want to keep her waiting all day, right?
Yay! I'll see you later.
Oh, Eleanor. I'm sorry about this. The second her illness was cured, she was practically bouncing off the walls. I could hardly keep her in the room.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
That's true. You know, I really appreciate everything you've done for me. I don't know how to thank you. I don't have very much to share, but if you don't mind, you're always welcome in this house.
What's wrong, Bowman?
I want you to be honest with me, Claude. Do I really look that old to you?